Last week, I told you that Wednesday was an important day in history. This filibuster with Rand Paul, it was important. And I said it will be remembered as a turning point. And I really believe that it was. By Friday, it had gelled in my head. And by Friday, we were doing research on a historic point in American history that I could compare it to. And I believe we found it. We've been doing research all this weekend. And we're going to do a show tonight at 5 o'clock on why this Rand Paul moment was so important and what it means. Now, let me just recap. What was happening with Rand Paul last week was he came out and he was trying to stop two things. He was trying to stop drones from being flown over our country and being used to target U.S. citizens, possibly target them for killing. And, there's people out there that will say, oh, the president wouldn't do that. Those are the same people that would have been protesting in the streets if George W. Bush would have been doing it. And I would have joined you on that. I've had a problem with drones flying over U.S. cities since the beginning. Not a good idea. Really bad. Especially when you have a government that is also saying they can pick anybody up off the streets in the middle of the night, to quote the president, because he said this was a bad thing. It would hurt all of our civil liberties if somebody could just go pick them up in the middle of the night and hold them without trial. Yes, Mr. President, you were right in 2008. So why are you doing it now? He signs into law a bill that will allow the president of the United States, without a warrant and without trial, to scoop American citizens off the street here in America and put them in jail without due process. Then last week, Rand Paul was standing up trying to filibuster, trying to get enough people to pay attention. He wanted an answer from the president. He wanted an answer from the Department of Justice, and he wanted an answer from our new CIA chief, who is the guy who was making the list of Americans that should be killed. Does the president think he has the constitutional right to do that? No answer. No answer. So that's why he stood up. Now, I want you to understand, the president is a guy who has signed in a bill that he can hold you without trial. He will not answer the question of whether he has the constitutional right to kill you with a drone. He has made the case that he can kill you with a drone if you're on the battlefield. But then they conveniently put out there that the battlefield now is everywhere, including the United States of America. Yet, while he's doing that, early on, he tries to close down Guantanamo. And then he wants to try the 9/11 mastermind in New York City. But at the same time that this Rand Paul thing is going on, and he won't answer whether he has the right or not, they decide to try Osama Bin Laden's son here in America with the constitutional guarantees that he gets a fair and speedy trial.